Hey guys, so it's time for me to do what I've been melting. I have a bag full of empties. Got things in front of me that I've been melting. I'm going to try and do these a lot more frequently than I used to. I know I did them frequently anyway, but I am melting so much stuff now, and the empties are just going to become bigger and bigger. So if I can just do them when I feel that they're ready to be done, that's great. It is like 25 to 9 this morning, and I'm just doing this while there's no one else in the house. So if I have a bit of a groggy throat and things, I have literally got up like an hour ago. So I'm going to jump straight on into my empties, and then we'll do the other things afterwards. So let's go. So the first thing I've got here is Hagrid by Super Tarts. This is shaving cream and tinsel. I finished this one off even though I really didn't want to. I love this scent. It is an extremely strong thrower. Hagrid, you really don't have to have 2 cubes in each warmer, however I do anyway for every clam. This is a 1 cuber. It's an extremely strong throw. You mostly get the tinsel, but you do get that little bit of shaving cream as well. It's not amazingly strong in there, but you do get it. This is a favourite, and I always will be repurchasing that one when I can. The next one I've got here is Mainstays Sweet Pea. I originally liked this one when I first melted it, and then about 3 days ago I popped it on in both warmers in my house, my upstairs bedroom and in my living room, and for some reason it gave me a migraine. I just couldn't stand it. I ended up turning it all off and throwing the warmer dishes in the freezer just to get the scent gone. My headache did go in the end, but it didn't help at all, so I won't be repurchasing that one, which is a shame because I loved the sweet pea scent when I first melted it. Next one I've got is Sweet Green by the Bathing Garden, and this was hay, chamomile, sweetgrass, beeswax and mint, and I loved this scent. Now originally in my little book where I keep all my notes, I did write that this was a 1 cuber, however that was a 1 cuber in my previous home. In this house here, this to me has to be a 2 cuber. Our rooms are much bigger here, and we've got a cat walking along our fence that I'm watching. Yeah, this is in this house. The rooms are a bit bigger, and I feel I need a bit more wax to get a bit of a throw. I did have luckily 2 cubes left of this one. It is a favourite. It is a very good throw. I'd say it's a medium throw in this house. You get mostly the chamomile and the hay, chamomile and mint. You don't really get anything else. I would repurchase that one. I know I've got another clam somewhere. There we go. And the final clam I finished off is Hoarfrost Tonic from the Bathing Garden. I really didn't want to finish this one. I had 2 cubes left. However, my friend has just purchased with me, and I bought 4 clams of this, so you will see that coming within the next couple of months. I am so happy that I have 4 coming, so I enjoyed this one. I put 2 cubes in, and this is lime, cypress, mellow pine and air notes. Now, I don't get why this one is in the Halloween collection. To me, this is drier notes. This is a spring or summer collection, and it is an extremely high throw. Again, you don't have to put 2 cubes in. I just put 2 cubes in because it's all I had left. This is a 1 cuber even in my large rooms. I love this one, an extremely high throw, and I would recommend this one to anyone who likes laundry or fresh notes. So that's my clams. Let's just do my scent shots. So this one here is Southmouth Soap Berry Truffles, which is creamy white chocolate truffles filled with sweet berry filling. I only had half of this to go, so I finished this one off a couple of days ago, and I knew I wouldn't be downstairs because this scent to me, although I like chocolate and I can melt chocolate in wax, this was just too much for me. I mean, it's sweet enough, and mixed with my clean cotton candle, which is on in the background at the moment, it managed to balance it out. However, I wouldn't repurchase that one. I love chocolate orchid, don't like truffles, so something to figure out, I suppose. That's why I do these wax empties. And my last scent shot, this is Goodnight Wishes by Bina from Ice Flower. And this to me, I had no scent notes or anything. This is from a German company. This to me was lavender orange, or orange lavender, whichever way. It smelled like an orange creamsicle with a lavender base, which to me was really, really nice. I really enjoyed this. I had a whole scent shot, so I just halved it down the middle, put one half upstairs and one half in my living room, and this was really relaxing. I would repurchase this if I could. I'd probably get that in a loaf because I enjoyed it that much. Now onto all my bags. I have a lot of bags here, so I'm just going to pull them all out. Bags and things. So my first one I've got here is my Cleves Candles sample in pumpkin pie. I popped this on when I had about 2 hours left in the house, so I knew this one would only last a little time. It was only a small sort of Rolo sized wax melt, and this actually really threw for it being like a tiny sweet sized wax melt. I actually really enjoyed it. I don't like pumpkin scents, and I'm just about getting into bakery, but I actually really enjoyed this one. I would watch out for that one in her restocks. Next one I've got here is from Yankee Candle. This one is Mulberry and Fig Delight. I can't remember this at all. If I remember rightly, it was about quite sweet and fruity, which is not the sort of scent I thought I was picking for that day. Yeah, I wouldn't repurchase that one. I can't remember the throw or anything on it. The next one I have here was a sample of Carousel from a friend. This is cotton candy frosting, vanilla waffle cone, and this is by VCS. I popped this on in my bedroom because my boyfriend said he wanted something sweet up there that night. This threw for 5 or 6 hours, and all it was one coin, the normal sized coins. I enjoyed this one so much. Again, I'm getting into bakery, so having that sweetness of the cotton candy with the bakery note, it was so nice. Just filled our room and started to spill down the hallway, down the stairs. I would repurchase that one, and I really, really enjoyed that. Next one I've got is from Tiffany Candles. This is cranberry sauce. I had 2 teddy tarts left in this one, and I decided to pop this on in the bedroom and in the living room one morning before I had to go to work. I enjoyed this scent. It wasn't spicy, it wasn't too sweet, it wasn't too sickly sweet, but I wouldn't repurchase it again. It was about a medium throw, that one. Next one I've got is Mac Apple Birthday Cake Noel. This was just one little chunk that I had left from Rose Girls. I do still have some more of this left, however it's not in this current melting basket. I can't remember too much about this. I popped it on in my bedroom, and I think I had the window open that day, so the throw wasn't too great. I couldn't smell it so much, but I did pop it on because I had a headache, and I went to bed in that room as well for the afternoon, just to get rid of the headache. As I said, I can't really remember too much about it as I was asleep and things, but we'll see in the next review what I think about it. So next one is Gingerbread House by the Bathing Garden. This was a tiny little gingerbread, a gold gingerbread, which I put on this morning, and this threw as soon as it started melting. This is an amazing scent. I'm not a bakery person by any means. I'm not like a massive bakery person, and I'm not amazingly fond of gingerbread, but this was so nice. It reminded me of making gingerbread houses with my sister at Christmas. Brought back so many memories, and it's still throwing, but it's only been on for an hour anyway, so that one is really nice. I wouldn't repurchase it though, just purely because it's not a scent that I'm going to need year round. Next one I have here is Tiffany Candles in Tinsel, and Tinsel is pomegranate, strawberries, raspberries, peppermint and vanilla. I had one left of this one, I think, and I popped this on upstairs when my boyfriend was here one evening. He loves this scent. Although it's got strawberries in it and raspberries, you mostly get the pomegranate and the peppermint and vanilla. It's a really really fruity, festive scent. He really enjoyed it. I really enjoy it for the evening, so this one would be a repurchase, and that was a high throw as well. My last empty I have here is Clean Cotton Peppermint by Rose Girls. I have quite a few chunks of this left, which I was so happy about. I really enjoyed this one. This one is a really high thrower for me, and I actually get more of the clean cotton than I do the peppermint, which is really strange. Rose Gold's peppermint is really, really strong. However, these two mixed together, I do get the more of the clean cotton. This is an extremely strong thrower. I melted this in my 20 watt in my living room just to clean the air one morning, and it was lovely. I will repurchase that if she ever does make it again. So that's my empties, guys. Let's go on into the things I have melted but not finished. A lot of these you'll probably be seeing finished within the next in the next empties, just purely because I want them gone and it makes sense. First one I've got here is Poisoned Apothecary by the Bathing Garden. This one is hot mulled apple cider with a woody undertone. And I thought I was really going to love this one because it is basically a cider lane. So I popped this on one morning when in our wax challenge we had to melt a drink scent. I didn't like this as much as I thought I would. It's so annoying because I love the Bathing Garden. But this woodsy undernote it had to it was almost like a cinnamon scent. And it's too cinnamony for me to take. I will continue to melt this when the weather does get a little bit colder, but for now it's going back into my wax melt boxes. Next one I've got is The Magician's Bonfire by the Bathing Garden. This is bonfire wisp, lavender, chamomile and sugar crystals, and boy is this a strong thrower. I melted 2 cubes in my bedroom one evening, went upstairs about 4 hours later and my room was filled. I think mostly what I got was the lavender chamomile before anything else, but it did have that sort of manly undernote from the bonfire wisps. I can't wait to melt this one again in my bedroom, and this will probably be in my empties soon. So if you haven't melted that one, I would say go and melt it, especially if you're not so sure on lavender. Next one I've got here is Mainstays Apple Pumpkin. Now, as I've said before, I am not a pumpkin lover, however I really enjoyed this one. It literally is 50-50 apple and pumpkin. It is a medium thrower and it actually reminds me of apple pies. It has the sort of cinnamon nutmeg scent on the top note. No bakery note, but it smells like the innards of apple pie, to me anyway. This was a medium to high thrower, something I would repurchase again if I'm ever at the store in the UK that actually sells these. So enjoyed this one. I'm going to be sad to see it go once it does get melted through, but I enjoyed that. Next one I've got here is Pomegranate Cider by Cleves. Now I did say in my melting video that I probably will half this one again, because the first time I melted this, I melted a whole half of a tub. That was a really, really silly idea. I mean, it's a great scent, really is quite strong. This through all through my house, and at the time I did want to smell the upstairs scent. So I think I'm going to half this again the next time I pop it on, and put it on in probably the living room again, because I enjoyed this scent so much. I'm really upset with myself that I didn't buy more than one, because you really do get 50-50 between the pomegranate and the cider. It is a sweet cider note, not an appley cider note. It really does remind me of fall or Christmas. I've really enjoyed this one. I hope she brings that back again at some point soon. This next one is Aromatic Soy, Cocoa and Log Fire. Now I thought I'd like this one from the scent description and from the scent it makes in the pot. However, I popped this on one evening and even my boyfriend said, "Oh, that smells like a man." This was really manly. I did not get any cocoa and I did not get a log fire. It just smells like men's cologne or aftershave. Very strange. I won't be melting that one again. I'll probably be sending it on to someone when I do a destash. Not something I enjoyed, but it was a really high thrower if you do enjoy that sort of scent. This next one is the Wax Bar in the Mermaid scent by the Wax House. I have never had this company before, and it is one of those stupid annoying flipping bags, which I absolutely hate. This one is a medium thrower. It is a spa-like scent with sort of a sweet undernote to it as well. I popped this on in my bedroom this morning and it is throwing quite well at the moment, but not the best throw that I would like. Yeah, it's definitely a seaside with sort of a sweet note to it. This one will be finished off soon purely because this bag is going to drive me crazy. Next one I've got is Lavender Peppermint by Rose Girls. I melted one little tiny cube in my living room the other night and this is amazing. As I said earlier, Rose Girls Peppermint throws you out the house, but with this lavender it mixes and makes a really nice, Christmassy, warm, relaxing evening scent. I'm sad that I've only got one more cube to go, however I will enjoy this when I can. This is a medium throw at the start, but it does start throwing as soon as it's melted, and then once it's all melted it becomes a high throw. I really enjoyed that one. I am tempted to buy mini melters in lavender and peppermint just so I can recreate that one. It was such a nice throw. Another one I've got here is Plum Delicious by the Glitterati Candle Co. This is from May 2016. Plum Delicious is plum, strawberry, peaches, apples, vanilla and red berries. And you really do get all this. Obviously the plum is going to be your strongest note, but you do get a fruity back note to it as well. I only melted one sliver of this in my downstairs melter yesterday, and I must admit I came downstairs and it just like hit me in the face. It was such a nice scent, such a high throw that you could smell it through the kitchen and halfway up the stairs before you'd even got into the living room. I would repurchase this if I could, but obviously with Glitterati you can't always get on the customs list, but when you do, that's the sort of thing you're going to want to buy. However, this next one is one that I'm never going to buy. This is from July 2016 and this is Mac Apple Cotton Candy. I've tried this twice now and both times I haven't had a throw at all, which is really shocking from Mac Apple. I think maybe there's more cotton candy than there is Mac Apple, which is why it tones it down a hell of a lot. I popped this on yesterday afternoon at the same time as Plum Delicious. I could smell Plum Delicious way more than I could Mac Apple Cotton Candy. I will continue to melt through it, but this will stay a bedroom scent just purely because it's not throwing great. I don't have the best airflow in my bedroom anyway. That could be part of the problem as well with this one as well. But, you know, there's nothing I can do about that. So I will melt through it, but I'm not too happy with the throw on that one, especially because I love the scent on cold. The next three are all bags. I'm not going to go through them too much because you will see them so much on this next couple of weeks. This first one is VCS Grandma's Pearls Leaves with Priscilla's Wedding Overpour. This is basically just lavender with a sweet bakery. Its scent notes is lavender, vanilla, marshmallow, chantilly cream cake, sugar milk and lavender. I don't like sugar milk, so I didn't know how I was going to take this, but it really is a sweet lavender, just purely because of the vanilla, marshmallows, the chantilly cream cake, and the sugar milk does make it sweet as well. So I will melt through this bag eventually, but this is the only nighttime melt I currently have. I'm still melting through 15 Minutes of Fame by VCS. This one is the pomegranate Fruit Loops. This is my kitchen melt for when I cooked chicken, fish, browned meats. I made lasagna yesterday, so this is why it went on yesterday. It throws throughout the kitchen, doesn't come through into the living room, which is great. I love this one, and it's a scent that I always love to clean out the air, so you'll see that one quite a lot as well until I finish the bag. And the last one I've got here is Tiffany Candles Tinsel and Icicles with Pink Marshmallow Noel Overpour. I need to put the Noel on it. This one has started to throw. I'm so happy about this. It's taken a year to throw, but it's getting there. I mostly smell the fruitiness from the tinsel and then the Pink Marshmallow Noel Overpour. I think Icicles is meant to be the peppermint spearmint, but I don't get so much of that. It's just a really nice, sweet, fruity blend. And I melt this one in my room when I don't want to put the VCS on. So that is everything, guys. I hope you enjoyed my empties. They are, as I said, getting longer and bigger now. I will try and keep them under 20 minutes. I know we're at 20 minutes already, but I'll try and keep my best to keep them under 20 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.